What if the absolute best marketing strategy for your highly anticipated video game is to literally stop marketing? In an industry drowning in multi-million-dollar PR blitzes, cinematic trailers dropped 4 years too early, and relentless influencer roadmaps, one studio is providing and proving that sometimes saying absolutely nothing at all is your greatest competitive advantage. To understand how radical Hello Games' approach with Light No Fire actually is, you got to look at the standard modern playbook. Right now, major publishers treat marketing like a high-stakes psychological war of attrition. You announce a game with a pre-rendered CGI cinematic and it doesn't really show any gameplay. Then you spend the next 3 to 5 years drip-feeding developer diaries, locking down exclusive cover stories with gaming outlets, hosting beta weekends, putting your development leads onto the stage at Summer Game Fest, and you have them promising the moon. Well, why do they do it? Well, because modern corporate publishers answer to shareholders. They need quarterly momentum, pre-order metrics, and constant hype generation to keep stock prices stable and to justify ballooning budgets that often exceed the actual cost of development. But that hyper-aggressive hype machine, it comes with a devastating and an invisible cost, the trap of overpromising. So let's pivot to a studio PR tactic that is the exact polar opposite of your typical hype cycle. We haven't seen Light No Fire from Hello Games since its very first trailer in late 2023. It is currently sitting with 19 million views on YouTube. Originally, they were supposed to go and do deep dives with gameplay about 6 months later. They had full intentions of bringing it to Summer Game Fest. Well, what happened? Well, Sean Murray recently sat down with Kotaku and he explained it perfectly. They simply didn't need to. That single teaser trailer shot Light No Fire straight to the number 2 spot on Steam wish lists, sitting only behind Valve's Deadlock. And as I said, the trailer is closing in on 20 million views. Now, Murray's reaction to seeing the data was essentially, well, why would we do any more marketing? This is a masterclass in crisis prevention PR. We all remember the trauma of No Man's Sky when it launched, the media circus, the television spots on late night shows, the relentless interviews, and the vastly inflated expectations that nearly destroyed public trust in the studio. Sean Murray is refusing to repeat that mistake. He noted that right now he's perfectly happy working with a tiny, tight-knit team in his own little cave, completely undisturbed by the noise of the industry. By embracing radio silence, Hello Games is deliberately throttling their own hype. Even though this does sort of work against them in the reverse, right? Everybody's waiting with bated breath for more info and more footage. It kind of creates its own version of hype, but at the very least, you can't blame them for putting too much out there. But I do think this highlights a massive structural advantage that independent studios hold over the massive conglomerates. Hello Games doesn't have a parent company breathing down their necks demanding a Q3 fiscal release window because they have self-fund. That's what they do. They pay for it themselves. They retained a total financial independence following the incredible multi-year redemption arc of No Man's Sky. They have the ultimate luxury, time, and peace of mind. Think about how refreshing that is. Instead of wasting developer hours building vertical slices and misleading E3 gameplay demos that don't represent the final product, every single person at Hello Games is actually working on the game. They're not working on anything else. They aren't spending months crafting PR statements or managing community backlash or putting together trailers. They are just building the game. And honestly, I think this is brilliant. It's a grounded pivot in studio management. The rest of the AAA landscape could learn from this. But I want to know what you think. Does silence work to their advantage here, or does it start to build passive hype along with consumer annoyance because people want to see more? They want to know more. Let me know in the comments below. And hey, be sure to swing by one of my live streams.